I see you, Jackie. So, what's going on, Bo? What up, Bo? So, as you all know, I have a very special guest I'm bringing on here right now. Hey, um, one of my very close friends, my acting mates, cast mates, my big sister, about to bring on the amazing Jacqueline O'Day. Let me get her in here, man. What's going on, brother? Hey,
Hello.
what's going on?
What's going on?
How have you been?
Um, I've been okay. I mean, as far as you mean like COVID-19,
You've been quarantining and staying safe.
I have been quarantining and safe distancing responsibly. I mean, I go
Hey,
out when I need to, so.
that's what's up. That's what's up. So first and foremost, thank you for even joining and taking time. I with a peasant like me, you know.
Oh gosh. Stop it. I
I,
told you I don't think I'm that interesting, but somehow you feel like I should be here, so I'm here.
we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into. So first and foremost, first of all, I like your background. Your background is
You.
that's really
I got these in Harlem some years ago, and there was a store actually called Harlem. It was on like 125th, and it was like, and I wish that store was still around because it sold like, the old black exploitation posters. It's four of them actually. You just can only see project two.
what's up, Dwayne. I see you, Dwayne.
Hey,
Just want
Dwayne.
just want to let you know I'm drinking water, so you don't get.
Okay, and I'm yeah, right here.
I mean, if I need to take a sip of something, then
Oh wow, what is that?
Evan
Lighter
Williams.
fluid? Is that what is that? That looked like something you need to put in a car. What
I'm
is?
just I'm just saying.
Okay.
But first and foremost, let everybody know who you are, what you do, why I rank you high on my industry list. Hey, what's up, Edwin? What's up, my guy?
Hey, Edwin.
My guy, my guy. Queen Jackie. That's what I'm saying. This is all I'm saying. This is all I've been saying.
Y'all really hype me. I swear to God.
But go ahead, let the people know who you are, what you do, and why you're so epic to me.
Okay. My name is Jacqueline O'Day. That is not my birth certificate name, but it's very, very, very close. Am a singer plus model, stylist, and educator. Um, those are a couple of the hats that I wear. Those are hats that I'm very proud of. Why you think I'm epic? I don't know. But, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm cool. I can get along with everybody. Maybe that's why you think I'm cool. So I don't know.
Like, hold up, man. Let me get to the pictures. That's not epic. That's not regal to you. Like,
Okay, so this is the thing with me. When I do photo shoots with photographers, I'm never, okay, let me back up. My overall thought about myself is not, oh, I'm so pretty, let me take this picture, or that's never my first thought about myself. When I do photo shoots with photographers, it's usually the foundation is just trying to create art and to tell a story. And if people just so happen to think that I look nice in it, or my facial features, or whatever I'm wearing, then that's a plus. But I've never looked at myself in the mirror and thought, oh, I'm so pretty, let me take this picture. It really is always founded in art and trying to tell a story in some kind of way. So, yeah, like this picture that you have up, it's more about, to me, romance and intimacy and come here, boy. You know, like stuff like that. Like when I, that's what I was trying to give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're very humble, very modest, because, like I said, we look up to you. I've been waiting to work with you for a minute. Like, ever since the day in the life, and I saw your performance, I was like, yeah, like, I have to work with her. Then we clicked. You became big sis instantly, helped me through some stuff, man, and I appreciate it. So, I mean, we already talked about how we met. It was on the set of it. Well, did we talk about that?
Nope, we didn't talk about it.
Let's talk about that. So, how do we meet?
So we met on the set of A Day in the Life, and so I primarily had been doing theater for a long time. I had never done film. I think I did like one commercial, like earlier on, but I'd never done film. I've always done musical theater. That's my background. I went to a performing arts high school, so that was what it was. You sang in show choir or you did a play. And then after, that, I went on to do plays within the area that I live in, which were mainly musical theater. So when I decided to come back into the entertainment realm, I said that I was going to start pursuing film. Theater is my first love, and I love it. But theater also is very time consuming. A lot goes into it. The schedule sometimes can be crazy, and so can filming. But there's a lot more that goes into theater and musical theater. So I kind of wanted to make the shift. I also felt like I felt like I wanted to see if I could do it. I wanted to see if I'd be any good. I wanted to see if I could transfer any of those theater skills to a film
Yeah.
without it looking like I was a theater person. And so I had joined Backstage. Shout out to Backstage, which has been a mainstay, because when I was back and forth to New York, auditioning for like Lion King and Wicked and things like that, you'd get up to New York, you'd find a newsstand, you'd find the paper, and you'd circle all the auditions that you wanted to go on, and that's what you did. But I was on Backstage, and I just got a random message from Edwin.
Okay.
I've never met Edwin before a day in my life, ever. I just had my profile up there, and he sends this message saying, hey, would you like to come and, play the part of this or be on this in this movie? And I was like, okay, all right. I didn't have much background on the movie, but he told me what I was going to be doing, and I prepared what little that, the part that I had, and I got there and I said, well, I'm going to go and I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to try to kill it, because you only got but that long, especially when you got a small part, you want to make it impactful.
Yeah.
And there you were. I was like, who is this big guy? He's holding the camera. And I was like, you better. And I thought it was so cool. And you were really cool. Nobody on the set was stuck up. Everybody made me feel welcome. Everybody was professional. I just felt really good when I came on. And that also made it really easy for me to go in and do what I did. And you guys happen to like it. And we've been rocking ever since. And I'm really, really thankful.
Yeah, we're thankful that you even, chose to work with us. Like I said, when I saw your performance, I think it was like the second take. I was like, yo. And I'm about to show a clip while we talk about.
Oh, wow. Oh, hey, I saw Cherie is in here. I love Cherie. I pushed Cherie. I pushed her. I remember I pushed her down in that scene.
Funny.
And she didn't hate me after that. That's my little sister.
Man, you pushed two cops out the way, and then you pushed her, and her legs flew up. Like she was on the ground trying to just stay safe.
Are you going to play that part of the clip so they'll see why? They'll see why I did that.
Pause in this one. Let me see. Oh, you're acting, man. And oh yeah, so I chopped it. I chopped it. Right now, Cherie is like back there on the ground. Like you killed this. You killed this scene. You killed that. And when Edwin told me that that was your first movie, I was just like, what?
Yeah.
Like what? Like I thought when he said
that,
that.
that's my first time
That's
ever.
crazy. That is crazy. And shout out to Edwin, man, for being one of the greatest directors I know, bro.
And shout out to him for just taking a chance on a stranger because he didn't know me. He didn't know my what I could do. I could have been a dud, you know, but I'm thankful that the both were, you know, the two were able to marry, that I was able and willing and wanting to do a good job, and that he, whatever came over him to reach out to me, happened. So I'm really thankful for that.
Hey, we appreciate you, man. So I was gonna ask you what was the funniest thing that happened on a Day in the Life set, but you just said it. Like I could Cherie back was pretty hilarious to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I looked at it, I thought about it like from this standpoint. I'm a mom. My son, though, you know, he's young, but I thought about, you know, just being a mother. I grew up in DC in the height of the crack era
Yeah,
and in a high crime area, and I have seen a lot of kings fallen, you know, over the years. And so now fast forward, you know, I'm a mother myself, and I just channeled that. Like, how would a mother react seeing
yeah.
her child slain in the street? Like, unfortunately, like we're seeing so much in the media now. So,
What's up, Tom? I see you, man.
hey, Tom.
Yeah. So,
Love and prayers, Tom.
oh yeah. Oh, Bo said the scene is making her tear up just watching it. Yeah, it was a very intense thing. So when I was editing this, I had to take a break from editing it because it was like a lot.
Yeah, it was. I thought about my son the whole time. You know, I thought about him and just knowing that sometimes you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, or you know, a life could be snuffed out in over nothing, you know, just like that, over a misunderstanding or what have you. So I just was thinking about my baby the whole time, and like how I would feel if I had to find him that way.
I got. I, um. So you consider yourself like a method actor? Like you have to feel that, you have to be in that moment.
Yeah, I mean, even yeah, even when I've done theater, I take every role and I do my best to make it my own. And so it's not out of the ordinary for me to really become that person, even if it's in my household, even if it's, sometimes I will isolate myself from my friends depending on the role, um,
Right.
so that I can make sure that I'm fully immersed in it. And I'm pulling from all of my experiences from with people or television, and pulling together this character so that when I step on set, you get that character. And it's not me. I'm not in it. It's the character.
Most definitely. And Sharice says she can tell you're definitely a method actress because of what you did for her movie and for London and James. I'm about to get into London and James right now, man. I was excited. And like, first of all, let's talk about it. Um, just finished the script. What was that? Last year?
Yes. Year last year, no, year before last.
Year before last. I had just
Yep.
finished the script, and I told you that I was interested in you playing a very specific role.
Mm-hmm.
And things happened. You were in the hospital.
I was in the hospital. I almost died.
Yeah,
Um,
and
yeah.
that was happening. You would hit me up like, "Yo, Jay, I just want to let you know, like, I'm still interested."
Literally, I sounded like that because I was so drugged up. I was in the hospital for almost 2 months, and um, it was weird because I just remember us having this conversation. I remember accepting the role. I remember where I was when I accepted the role, when you called me, and being excited about it. And then I got really sick, and I had to have like 3 surgeries back to back. Well, one surgery that led to 2 more surgeries because the first surgery didn't go well, and I got very sick. I went into, I think it's septic shock, and so yeah, I got really messed up. And so I remember being on my hospital bed thinking about this role in and out of like my little button that I push for the nurse. And I remember feeling sometimes discouraged because I was so loopy, because I wasn't on social media, because it took so long to just try to type something. But I was able to muster a little text enough to let you know that if I make it out, I got you. I'm there. I'm gonna be, Black Widow. So yeah.
You said, I understand if you have to move forward without me. I was like, I wrote this specifically for you.
And thank you so much, because that I can't. I'm trying not to get emo.
All right, I'm a chill.
Yeah, but I will say that I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say and then move forward. When you told me that you're basically not moving forward without me, it kind of, along with other things, really gave me hope to just try to keep fighting to get better and to get home. So yeah. So,
All right, now you're about to get me emotional.
I'm such a crybaby. So yeah, it really was, because I mean, when you are passionate about what you want to do or what you're trying to do in life, who wants to be sick? Like,
Yeah,
I'm trying to like give the world this gift that I've been given and I want to share. And so yeah, it would definitely help me to get through.
most definitely, most definitely. So let me tell you. Well, let me tell them, because you already know. Let me tell the people. Let me play the scene again. This scene was very intense, and it was the scene that I was looking forward to the entire time we were shooting this movie. Just so happened we did I want to say it was like an 18-hour day shoot.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
happened second to the last shoot. So by the time we got to this scene, I was about to pass out, because we've
yeah,
been around, we've been filming all day, we were making sure the actors were good. Like, I was about to black out.
yeah.
And it got to the point where I had to like get some emotions out and get very intense. And I was like, I was just trying to survive. So my co-star Bronlyn, shout out to Bronlyn, was sitting at the table, and I guess she didn't really know how close you and I were. So I say cut, try to get myself together, and you step in front of me and you push me in the chest real hard.
Mm-hmm.
Bronlyn's like,
Like, what is wrong with her?
yeah, and then she's looking at me, looking at you, and like, and I'm looking at you like, okay, and then you did it again, and I was like, all right, and then I literally just snapped in the character, and that really helped me with that entire scene. So I wanted to thank you for that, because I was about to go to sleep on that table. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I needed you to. I needed you to be angry with me.
Yeah.
I needed you to be angry with me in a real way. And I needed to, I guess, in a sense, kind of ambush you
Mm-hmm.
with that move. You weren't expecting it.
I,
And because we didn't have a lot of time to get between cuts, I knew I needed to like get in your face
mm-hmm.
and have you upset with me, or thrown off at least in a real way, before you said action again.
Most definitely, and you can see the intensity in the scene. Like, this is crazy.
Mm.
Just watching it is like out of body experience. This is crazy. What's Cherie saying? Yep. Yep. Trusting your scene partner is definitely a big deal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm trying to think. I know I had some good questions about London and James, man. And I had another clip to show. Egon,
Egon.
the private link so he could check out the movie.
Okay.
He loved your character.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
So I'm trying to find that clip I got.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Tell him I apologize. I was very mean to him.
Who?
The guy that's on the other side of this scene.
Oh,
So
that's
I
Barber, by the way.
think I
Like,
punched his chest like really hard.
so he's not an actor at all. Like I literally brought him straight from the barbershop. I was like, we need an extra. She's gonna be mean. You know, she's in charge. Um, and then one of the takes, you got in his face and grabbed his chin, and he was like, like he.
No, I know. I know. I know.
Hey, shout out to Poncho, man.
I'm sorry, Pancho. I really am not a mean person. I'm not. I'm
yeah,
not. I'm not a mean person. That role was so fun to play, not because I want to be mean, because naturally I'm not a mean person. That role is a combination of people that lack the tools to um, be nice,
hmm
that maybe are even broken in some kind of way. That character is also built up through a lot of, like, unfortunately, reality TV that we see amongst women, and how they deal with each other, and even how they, emasculate men in their attempt to be powerful. And that's not to say that Black Widow isn't a boss. Like, she's a boss,
definitely a book.
but she's also has a lot of twisted, unresolved issues. She's broken herself. She's just been able to kind of navigate in the world to a place where she's been able to just be a boss, and she doesn't actually really deal with herself.
I had a thing with you with the gun to Brock's head, and I really wanted to show that, but I don't see it right now, so I'll probably have to re-export it.
That
So,
was fun. I rehearsed that from the day I got the script, because I was like, I love Al. Okay, so Al Pacino is Bay to me.
okay.
I love Al Pacino, The Godfather. Like, I loved all of the, those roles that were typically delegated to men. Minister Society. I think I've watched that movie like maybe 40 times. I love that movie. I love the soundtrack. And so, but again, normally those roles are dedicated to men, and women can be tough too. Yeah, so I was like, let me show you what I can do, as a queen pin.
And that scene with Ferron, shout out to Far One
He's
Ferron.
so good.
Yo, that scene with him pretty much established how intense you were going to be for the rest of the film. Even your scene with Edwin in the car, like it was very scary and uncomfortable.
Creepy.
Yeah, like after that cut, I was like, "Yo, Jackie, you good?" Like, and
Mhm. But I was in character. I didn't break. I was in character. So yeah.
that's what you're supposed. That's
Say it again.
I said, and that's what you're supposed to do. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're playing a very intense role, it's hard to break character and then jump back in it. Like, nah, you got to stay in character the
Yeah.
entire time.
Yeah.
So I respect that. Let's talk a little bit about switching from Black Widow,
hmm To Day in the Life.
no, to Jennifer, to Life Goes On.
Life goes on. Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah, because I'm still I'm a woman.
yeah,
I'm a woman. You know, I've been in love, and I've been in, while I haven't had a lot of relationships, I've had intense relationships. I've been the trophy girlfriend. I've been the mama girlfriend. I've been, these types of women to, various men in my life over the years. And so, being Jennifer was really easy, because when you are in a relationship that is broken, or breaking, and you're desperate, and your partner is not communicating with you, I've been in that space before. I've
yeah,
been in that space where I really wanted to hold on to who I was with, um, and they not communicating with me, or me just really being so stuck in what I felt was whatever, that we just are missing each other completely.
I got you. Egon said your hairstyles in London and James were on point.
Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to give her some variety. That is me actually in real life. I like changing up my look. Maybe I attribute that to me being a Pisces. So, we are chameleons. We change a lot. Um, I'm not moody, but if I feel like looking like a boho chick one day, you're gonna see some long beachy hair. If I feel like being queen, P, then you'll see something different. So yeah.
That's so. I know when we first talked. So how was it playing my mom? Without giving too much of the movie away, like we're like you're like my big sis for real, but we're not that far in age. So like, how was my mother?
Um, it was. It wasn't hard. Oh, I think somebody asked the question. I only have one. I only have one. Asking how many kids I had. I only have one kid. It
Thank
wasn't that. It wasn't that hard because I knew overall I still had to play the role, and I, for lack of a better term, I had to cancel out who Jay was and just make you my son. I also looked at it from a standpoint of, again, like, I grew up in an era, and I mean, even now too, but where teen pregnancy was what was happening around me. Most of my friends by the age of, I don't know, maybe 13, 14 were already parents. So I put myself more in the mindset of like, I'm a young mom and I had to do what I had to do. And that's what made it easy for me to be able to just say, I'm not looking at Jay, which is like my little brother. I can be like, I'm a young mom. So yeah.
yeah. I like that. I like
Mm-hmm.
that. So then I guess we can't talk about Life Goes On like I wanted to because we can't give too much away. But your character completely switches from like a mother figure to a completely different person.
Yeah.
They'll just put that out there.
Okay. Again, I think that comes with like method acting and being able to look at the character for who they are
Yeah,
and finding things in you that are relatable and things that are around you in your environment or what you see on TV. So it's not for me so far, and I promise I'm saying this in the most humble way. So far, it hasn't been hard for me to get a role and step into it because um, that's what you do. You pull from, but you also have to be very honest with who you are as a person.
yeah.
And you can find things to relate to, and then you build from there. So I haven't had a role so far that I felt like I couldn't do because I can relate to a lot of roles, and I've lived many lives. So
Okay.
yeah.
So let's talk about your modeling real quick because we talked about your acting career. So humble with it, so modest. But what advice would you give to an up and coming model that's trying to do the same things that you're doing with the professional shoots, finding a professional photographer, getting the lighting right,
Right.
getting it up right like that? I know there's so many things that go into it. What advice would you give to other models that are trying to do what you're doing on your level?
First and foremost, be very clear, and that's not just with modeling. I think that's just with however you're trying to present yourself, especially now that we're in a social media world. Um,
Yeah,
be very clear on what you want to get out of it. What is your end game? And that could be, when you say out of it, it could be out of the shoot or over the long haul of how long you plan to do it. Be clear, because when you're not clear, you can find yourself in situations, and I've been in some really sketchy, janky situations when I wasn't clear. I've been in some really predatory situations when I wasn't clear. People, you know, preying on my eagerness to want to create. So be clear about what it is that you want. Always, always, always be professional. Do your best to prepare, um, and also be adaptable, because things can change when you get on a photo shoot set. You know, a makeup artist may not show up, or something might not fit. But I would say be prepared, be professional. Don't talk too much. It doesn't matter what your opinion is, especially if you're hired by someone. Unless you have that kind of relationship with that person to have some input.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hate to say it. I remember I was on a fashion show many, many, many years ago, and my feelings were hurt. I was offended. I still did the show, but I was offended. And he basically was like, "You are a hanger. You're a hanger with a pretty face. Walk." And that's, yeah, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
And you'll be in those situations sometimes, and regardless of how you feel, make sure that, you know, you're clear about what you're stepping into as far as the pay is concerned, or not pay, or what you're going to get out of it. Yeah. But I think my overall thing is, be professional. Don't talk too much. You don't have to say a whole lot, because that's sometimes where messiness comes in.
Yeah. And I know in our industry, anything media related, there can be a lot of drama, a lot of negative energy. So it's about keeping your circles like super small, airtight. And everybody already knows you're part of my circle. Edwin's a part of my circle. Sharon's a part of my circle.
Yeah.
And, you know, we keep that thing locked down.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, once you move into your circles, um, even within your circles, you still have to keep it professional. So if I have an issue with you, then I'm going to speak to you. I'm not going to speak to you and everybody else on set about it.
So each,
Or if I need to come, or if you need to confide in me, there's not anything that anybody has ever told me that anybody could go back and say, well, you know, Jackie said. No, it's between us. And I think that that's how you keep trust, in your relationships, when you're working in this kind of industry.
that's Egon, I see you. Thanks, bro. He said you rock. I said rock. Thank you, bro. What else is everybody saying in here? They're agreeing with what you're saying about model. I know Vicky is a model.
Hey, Vicky.
She does a lot, and I can see similarities in you guys, like the professionalism that y'all bring to set, and how great your final product, like photos, turn out. Like y'all, yeah,
Well,
y'all.
so I'm a little older. I don't know about everybody else on the thread, but I'm a little older, and I remember when I was a younger model and a smaller model. So back in the day, like when I used to be,
Yo, I'm gonna hurt Edwin.
what did he say?
We
Well, yeah. Back in the day,
gonna yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about that vaguely after what you say, what you about.
okay. So back in the day, when I was a singer, and I was,
Don't do the don't do the air quotes. Don't do the. Don't do,
when I was a singer back in the day, and I used to be back and forth to New York, um, and singing background for different artists. Um, that was back in the day when labels had street teams, where they literally went to the venue before the performer came on and would put up posters, and, you know, or letting everybody know that this performer is coming to town, and, you know, you need to come. This was back in the day when like labels pushed the artist with street teams, and there wasn't, social media wasn't as big a part of the industry as it was like now. So when I did photo shoots, you know, you did your photo shoot and you just had your picture. You didn't really have anywhere to post it to. You know, I mean, yeah, if you had a website, that was great. So that was back in the day when labels pumped money into their artists. They pumped money into their final product. Nowadays, everybody, you know, is a self-starter, and everybody has to promote themselves in some way. So for me, when I am partnering with somebody, I want to make sure that whenever I'm putting anything out on social media, that it looks stellar.
It got to be point.
Yeah, it has to be on point because, again, depending on different agencies, whether it's a modeling agency or a label, they don't necessarily want to put a whole lot of money in. They don't want to do a lot of development. They want to be able to say, okay, well, we'll tweak this here and there. But for the most part, she's already packaged, he or she is already packaged and ready to go. So because that's the way that a lot of agencies and things are moving, you want to make sure that when you get the call, that you're ready and that your product is a well packaged product.
Most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say back in the day no more. You still young.
Okay. I don't feel old, but I recognize my age. So yeah.
And yeah, I forgot. Egon used to model too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, man. You got Egon. You got to post some of your modeling shoots from back in the day, bro. Like for real. Don't let Cage see it because she's gonna go crazy. I see Cage. Where Cage at? Cage in here? Yeah, don't let Cage see it. She's gonna go crazy when she sees that, man. So look, man, I'm gonna hurt Edwin for bringing this back up.
I don't know what he said, so I'm bracing myself. Let me take a sip.
Let me go back and read his comments. So he said in my Dubois voice, "What type of things can people look forward to seeing in y'all's new movie, the next movie?" From us.
From us. I feel like this movie, I love the fact that there were so many stories within a story, and which it is well written. There were so many stories within the story that I think that a good movie is thought provoking, and you are so pulled into the characters, wanting to kind of know a little bit more about each, but written so well that you're okay with still going along for the ride to the end, even if you don't get that origin story from each character.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I trust Edwin's writing. Like, we have that trust to the point where if he writes something and I'm like, I don't really question it. I'm like, I can pull that off.
Yeah.
I believe in the story and the message so much. I don't think about it. I just do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Like I said, man. Yeah, it's more of I guess he's leaning towards what are our roles. So I'm, I guess, a street dude. Totally not me.
No.
I'm a street.
No, that Bible study like 3 days a week, right?
Hey, like I'm in church 24/7. I don't even know what the streets are. You know.
I know. I think you left like a pamphlet on my car or something. Like
I did. I was saying, come to my church.
Yep.
Having the fish fry.
Yo, fish fry. Okay.
I was choir that day. You remember? I was singing bass.
Okay.
So I don't even know about the streets. I don't know why I always play the street dude. But anyway, I'm the street guy. Derek in the comments.
What did Sharice say? Sharice asked the question.
We talk about the gun.
Oh.
That's really wanted to play that clip.
Oh.
Clip. So after the live, I'm gonna post that clip in my story. So definitely go check out my story. And you're gonna see. You're probably not even gonna want to follow Jackie because
sorry, Ferone. I think I left a little mark on his face and everything.
Yo, put the gun down. Yeah, it was a circle from the barrel on his face.
Sorry.
Let me see what Tom said. It's true. It's true, man. So I'm like the street guy that really doesn't want to be involved in the streets. I'm trying to get out, but I'm kind of stuck in that life because I'm providing for my mother. And I'm literally all she has. Just once can I love my mother in a movie?
I know.
And then Jackie, like she said, she plays. I'm not a gangster, Egon, man. Yeah, I'm not a gangster, man. Jackie plays somebody that's in this.
I think Jennifer is smart.
Yeah.
But I also think Jennifer is um, clueless. Clueless is not a good.
You're not clueless.
She's not clueless. I think that she's.
You're clinging to the
I think
good.
she. But I also feel like she's a little bit so self-absorbed that she's not aware of the things that are happening around her. She's in her own little mental, emotional bubble, and so yeah. So she comes off a little bit, maybe weak, maybe in the beginning.
I think not weak, but maybe desperate to keep that relationship going.
Okay.
Even
Okay.
when things are kind of failing, it's like not weak.
Not weak,
Don't see.
desperate.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going for ditzy, but okay.
Because
I
there's
was,
situations where you kind of fight back, like what?
yeah.
And then you'll go back to, oh my God, like yeah. So yeah. Edwin, I'm gonna hurt you for for trying to bring that up. You know what I'm saying? Let's
What did
just.
he bring it up? You're not
He,
saying something.
he was pretty much talking about uh certain scenes in the movie. Life goes on.
Okay.
Things get intense.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
There's a
Wait,
few.
let's talk about it. Let's just let's
uh,
talk about it, but not talk about it.
exactly. I'm gonna let you start. I'm gonna sip this wood. I'm hot. I'm sweating over here in the lights, man.
This scene was it wasn't challenging for me,
Yeah.
but this particular scene wasn't challenging for me, but it was definitely weird to have that kind of interaction with somebody I consider my little brother.
Facts.
But we were professional the whole time, which I
Mhm.
loved. I felt safe. I felt comfortable. But, I also thought about like, oh my gosh, my son is going to see this. My friends are going to see this.
That's the part.
They've never seen me in this way.
That's the part I'm thinking about. Like your friends
Yeah,
when
my friends. Well, they already saw the trailer, and they thought that was me. And I was like, oh no, that's not me.
oh yeah.
You haven't seen the part
Nope.
I did, because they were questioning me, and I
Hmm.
was like, I can't tell you anymore. It was not. It was a little awkward, but we were still professional, and
Yeah.
more so awkward from a standpoint of like, my son is going to see this, my friends, my family is going to see this scene, and they've never seen me in that light before, because I like to think that I'm a lady.
I'm
So
earplugs and some blindfolds for them for when
yeah,
that
yeah,
scene happens to cover their.
but all in good taste, and I'm thankful for that.
Of course. And like
Oh, Sharia. I'm sorry, I'm listening.
I was saying, if I had to do that scene with anybody, I definitely like appreciated that it was somebody that I trust on that level.
Right.
Because the scene, if you are doing a scene like that with somebody you don't really have any connection with or trust or know any level, that can be very awkward and it won't be believable on screen.
Yeah, and that's true. I mean, you have to trust who you're working with, like Cherie had said, and you have to trust your scene mate, and make
Yeah,
sure that everything that you're doing is one above board. But everybody was there. Everybody was there on set, made me feel really comfortable and what have you, and it also helped with improvisation. It
yeah,
didn't feel robotic. You know what I mean? Like it did. We had to make it look and feel believable. So
yeah, yeah.
shout out also to everybody on set that made me feel very comfortable when we were shooting that scene.
Most definitely. And it's like a family environment because not only do we have like the actors that we're cool with, but we're family almost.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, cameras off, still there laughing, chilling, having a good
Hmm.
with
Hmm.
um trust and communicate. Most definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Most definitely.
Because I mean, I had even had a scene with Derek, and the whole time I was nervous. I was like my first time having that kind of interaction in that scene, and I was nervous. And I remember I was saying, I was like, my hands were sweating, and he kept checking on me. I was super nervous that first shoot, and my hands were sweating, and he kept saying, he was like, "Are you okay? You good?"
Yeah.
So I'm really thankful that he kept making sure that I was good, and so yeah.
Hey, Sheree, you gotta chill, man. Tree said, "Oh, I gotta see this."
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta chill, Sheree. So, um, do you have any brands or businesses that you would like to plug right
I wouldn't say businesses, but definitely goals and dreams of starting something more along the lines in the fashion industry. Um, it's still in the developmental stage, and I just need to put it to, I just need to start, writing it down and writing it out. Um, I know for sure that one of my goals is to write a book. It'll be a children's book, and maybe an adult book eventually. But
now?
yeah.
Yo, Tom,
What did Tom say?
say how many times did Edwin blow that scene so you could rub his leg in London? And
You said how did he blow the scene?
he said, "How many times did Edwin blow that scene just so you could rub his leg again?"
Oh no, he didn't. He didn't. He didn't. I think we shot that in like 2 takes.
Yeah, like we
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
I try to be efficient. I try to I don't want to waste anybody's time, but that also comes with being prepared when you show up. And then if you're not prepared, you better wing it really, really good.
Yeah.
So, but I think that also comes with me having a background in like recording, because recording costs. Time is money. And so, yeah. And so you don't want to get to a set and you're spending the whole day doing the same thing over and over again. So I try not to waste anybody's time, and I just try to come in prepared, knock it out so that y'all can do what y'all need to do.
I remember going to the studio and paying the hourly rate.
Mm-hmm.
What are y'all talking about?
Who is?
Oh, Egon said that. I guess somebody mentioned sex scene in the comments. We didn't say what was happening in the scene. We just discussing some things, man.
Yeah, because we can't tell you what the movie is about. You have
Yeah,
to wait.
we can't tell y'all what happened literally in the scene, but we can only.
It's a very layered story with a lot of twists. Even when I was reading the script, I remember like, is that's what ends up happening? Is that what I think it is?
Therese said, "I'm a writer, damn it." So she's like trying to.
We can't say, Cherie, but definitely even the ending of the movie, I was like, for real? Oh, that is twisted. And so you'll see I guess the I don't know if my scene was the final scene, but I know that my scene, the last scene that I shot was very climactic. And after I found out everything that I needed to find out. So you guys will just have to come and see the movie. It was very layered. And I was like, Edwin, you wrote that?
Yeah, first of all, I really appreciate Edwin. And I'm not just saying this because he's my brother, but his writing, when he first showed me the play, I literally was like, I'm used to playing a boss. I'm used to playing the person that's in charge. I'm used to like just blowing heads off, not names, killing people, strangling people. But this character was not that. He was like a street dude, but he was very timid. Didn't really want to be in the game. So it was like complete opposite for me. And I loved that he, I guess, challenged me with this role. I'm not used to playing characters like that.
Right.
So shout out to my guy.
Yeah, great writing. Great writing. And I think that is something that moviegoers like to see. They want to like see things unfold and trying to understand what the backstory is, and then getting those sweet nuggets towards the end. So yeah.
So is there a person in the industry, and we are getting close to it, it doesn't even feel like it's been an hour.
I know.
Is there a person in the industry that you kind of look up to, that you pull from? Mine is Will Smith.
Oh, okay. There's quite a bit. There's quite a bit of people that I pull from in the industry. Um, I really, really, and I know she's going to be an unlikely person, but I really love. I want to say her name is correct, Tilda Swinton. Um, I like the fact that she is androgynous looking, and that a lot of her characters that she plays, you don't know what to expect. And she's like a chameleon. She has a very androgynous look, Tilda Swinton. Um, I like the fact that you don't know who you're going to get, and you can't tell if she's a man or a woman. She was I want to say the Archangel Michael in Constantine, if you know that movie. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Cicely Tyson, Angela Bassett, Kate Blanchett, Al Pacino, um, and yeah, yeah. I like actors like that.
Yeah. Hey, yo, Egon, I can't stand you. Egon, don't let them talk you into wearing the thongs. Like, why? What? For the sex scenes, like, what? Why would I? Why would I have? Yo, this man is crazy.
Oh Lord.
Oh, um, trying to think. Did I?
Christina Applegate, yeah, I've just started watching Dead to Me. She's really great actress. I like actors and actresses too that are able to go from a dramatic side to a comedic side, and I feel like um, I wish I could do that more. I think I'm more comedic in my natural state when I'm not in front of a camera. I'm
I got.
silly, but I tend to stick to more dramatic roles.
I'm just gonna let you know. My top 10 actors, like my favorite actors, are in my top 10.
Thank you. You're in my
Like,
top 10 too.
like,
Well, but all of the crew, like
yeah,
Cherie, you,
yeah.
Edwin, Bronwyn, like I'm
Yeah.
just really thankful to be able to have met you all and been able to step into a circle where iron sharpens iron.
Most, most definitely. And I can't wait to see Cherie's movie,
Yeah.
Broken Exchange. Like, I cannot wait.
Oh, that's gonna send waves in the industry. Broken Exchange. I'm just really thankful that I was able, and thank you to you because you referred me to her, and she took a chance on me, and I'm really thankful that I was able to step into that role. But that movie is going to be powerful, and I can't wait till it's out there.
She asked me if I had any like very talented people that could kill a role like that, and I was like, let me hit up Jackie real quick and see if she's interested. And yeah, I'm glad y'all finally got to work together, and
Yes.
I can't wait. And thank you, Cherie, for letting me play a cop. Like, like I
You're a good guy.
thank. Mm,
Well, okay, so I haven't seen the movie, so okay.
and so Cherie has already put this part out for the trailer. I'm definitely not a good guy. I'm a bad cop.
Oh, yeah. You're definitely going to have to play like somebody's pastor or something.
Like for real. But I think so. That was like my second time playing a cop, but this was different, like official.
Okay.
I played a detective in a stage play, and then we turned that stage play into a movie. But it was like a really small role because I was directing, like filming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I enjoyed being on set for that. Like that was really.
Okay.
I
Cool.
wish I was on set for your scenes that you filmed.
Yeah, yeah. They were very good. Shout out to Sean Nelson. He was really, really, really good. Very professional. Everybody on set made me feel very comfortable. My children, they were great. Everything was that. That was a great experience, just from start to finish.
Tom said, "Welcome to my world." Yeah, Tom's always a cop,
I know.
but
I told you what we discussed about Tom. Like,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, we're working on something
We
for you,
got plans for you, Tom.
most definitely. You play a good guy, and that's true. That's true. I mean, so for We the People, but whenever I play a good guy, it's like I'm a good guy, but I'm still ruthless and killing people.
True.
But We the
But
People
but
kind
I
of
will say though that okay, so when I was doing theater back in New York and here. but mainly in New York. I used to get typecast all the time. I was always somebody's like wife or downtrodden mother, always. And I've, of course, I've done other roles since then, but I used to, I got to a place where I felt like, gosh, I'm always somebody's mom, or I'm always somebody's sad, girlfriend or wife. And I felt a way about it. And then years later, I was like, don't sleep on the typecast. The typecast can keep you eating.
And,
And yeah,
and
and if you do that typecast well, you'll be called back over and over again. So the typecast will keep money in your pocket. So yeah.
Amy get to that a little while ago because I was talking about it, and she was like, every movie needs a bad guy, and if you're killing those bad guy roles, you're gonna get paid every time.
Yeah, it's true.
So I like it. I enjoy playing a bad guy. I like creating different bad guys that aren't the same, different looks, different reasons for doing.
Right.
The same person in every film.
Right.
Only Kevin Hart could do that, and still make. He said, "Hey, I'm not playing anybody but me."
Yeah.
So I respect it because that's his brand.
Yeah. And he'll probably may decide that he'll take about 5-6 years off, and then he'll come out with some project that is totally not what we expect and probably will crush it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Vicky says she always got sad roles. Yeah, but you love it. And Vicky is somebody that if I was just like, okay, cry. Like tears will start shooting out, and that's talent. That's like a gift that
I mean, you can be a chameleon. Be a chameleon, though. I feel like at the right time, don't let your ego dictate to you sometimes, because that can mess you up, and you can talk yourself out of a potentially good project. There'll be spaces and places to do the roles that you want, or create the role yourself. But don't be discouraged if that is the role that that you keep getting. I mean, but look at Robin Williams. Robin Williams was one of the greatest comedians of all time, and he started out as a straight comedian, and then you saw him in like What Dreams May Come, and I think it was like Photoshop, and so he was able to change over the course of his career and be good at it.
No, most definitely. And I guess that I want to see you in like because I know from knowing you that you're also very funny. Like on screen, you play these very serious roles, and it's very intense and like draining. And when people see me on the big screen, I'm always like I said, bad guy or somebody very serious. But on Instagram, we get to be funny, goofy. Yeah. So we got to do some comedy sketches or something.
Yeah, I think and I'm always encouraged to let people see that side of me. I feel like I can only do it when I'm around people that I trust and I feel very comfortable with, because I guess humor is very subjective, I guess, and I think sometimes, and maybe I'm in my own way, I'm just being very honest with everybody here online, maybe I'm in my own way, maybe I feel like what you see on social media, which I'm not pretending, is somebody that's very poised and very, articulate and put together, but my mind ain't right sometimes. It's not. I have a very vivid imagination, and only a few people will get it. They'll get it. They'll be like, oh, she is. They get it. So yeah.
Tom is definitely good with comedy too. Tom plays these very serious.
Mm-hmm.
Have to hire security to get Tom out of the theater for London and James. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
But like he's also very funny.
Yeah, he is.
44 seconds. So real quick, I love you. Thank you so much for being a part of this. If you want to shout out where people can follow you at, all your at names and everything.
Well, of course, my name is Jacqueline _O'Day on Instagram, and that is where you can find me mainly, or on set with Jay or Edwin or different projects.
Always.
I'm always open to creating, so I don't want people to ever feel like, don't let your fear of no stop you from reaching out to people. The worst that can happen